Welcome to Average Joe's Gym's Home Projects, where we do projects and maintenance at home that even an average Joe can accomplish. In today's episode, we're going to fix this cantilever umbrella. The cord broke inside the crank, so we're going to take it apart and replace it with an even better one. Let's do it. Here's some tools and materials I used to get the job done. As usual, links are in the description. As you can see here, the cord that opens up the umbrella is broken and pulled all the way up into the frame. I decided to start at the beginning where the cord attaches to the crank. It's just 4 simple screws, easily removed. Once the cap was removed, there were these 2 nuts on 2 screws which holds the framing in there. There was quite a bit of rust, so I put some WD-40 on there to help the nut come off a little easier. Once removed, it was easy to access the old cord that was inside the crankcase. Pretty much the only thing holding the cord onto the crank post is a hole in the middle of the post, which then the rope gets threaded through. A knot is tied on the end, which keeps it from backing out through the hole. I'm replacing my cord with 550 paracord. As usual, links are in the description. Once the knot gets cut off, the cord will pull right out through the hole. I decided to start my restring right here at the crankcase. Pushing the cord through was a little bit tricky, but using some needle nose pliers, I was able to grab the end and pull it through. Once it was through, I tied my knot on the end of the string to secure it. I like to use a figure-8 stopper knot. It's a fairly easy knot to tie, and I have a lot of confidence in it. So here's where I ran into my first snag. The cord's just too soft to push up through the umbrella frame without using anything else to get it through it. So here's where I had to use a little bit of ingenuity. I used this cotton string that I put in right where the pulley is at the top of the umbrella. Then I used my shop vac to suck the string through the frame all the way down to the crankcase. Once I had the string, I used a square knot to tie it to the paracord. That way I could go down to the other end and pull it right back through with the paracord attached. Once I had the paracord, I put it over the top of the pulley and into the top of the umbrella. Now that the paracord's inside, it's time to figure out how to attach it. I started by removing the screws on the bottom of the umbrella. Once I removed it, you can see easily here, that's where the cord broke. So at this point, I start to feel a little bit like a fool. I discovered that I didn't really need to take that part off the umbrella. I just needed to remove this little cap here, which is just held on by friction. Once the cap was pried off, I had easy access to the piece of broken line and noticed that the hole goes straight through. Just a little bit of wasted time. But that's okay. I'll just put it right back on, it's just 4 screws, and then run the line through the hole in the middle of it. And then tie the knot and put the cap back on. Once I got the line through, I cut it and then tied another figure-8 stopper on the end of that. Oops, almost forgot to mention, you're going to want to melt the ends of your paracord. That way it doesn't fray on you and lasts half as long. Alright, so there's the figure-8 stopper knot, and then I'm just going to pull it up in there and put the cap back on. Now I'm just going to put the crankcase back together, putting everything back in the exact opposite way I took it off. So here it is, the moment of truth. Let's see if the paracord holds and opens the umbrella all the way up, just like new. Perfection. Exactly how it's supposed to work. If you enjoyed this project, please check out our other projects on Average Joe's Gym's Home Projects. And please like and subscribe for future projects.